A lot of videos out there. Oh, you can do Scrum, you can do business analyst, you can be a project. Some people do not want to study. Like, it's a lot. I know how it's difficult to sit down, study, in between being a wife, being a mother. Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Busola, and if you're seeing this face for the first time, that's my name that I just mentioned. Anyway, my name is Busola, and I'm new in Canada. 1 year is still new. Yes, I'm still very much new in Canada. I'm a Nigerian, and what else? I don't know what else. But anyway, you're very much welcome, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more and stay connected to this girl. And to my old subscribers, you're always welcome, and thank you for always sticking with Busola. So let's go right into this video. And from the thumbnail, I know that a lot of people are wondering, Busola, are you sure about this? Like, you mean that newcomers can actually get a job and earn like 70k, about 70k in the first year, like without any job experience? And you know, the good thing, the sweet thing about it is that the minimum education qualification required for this job is high school diploma certificate. And if you know what high school diploma, if you're from Nigeria, you understand that high school diploma certificate is a secondary school leaving certificate. That's like secondary school. You don't even have to have gone to a university to qualify for this job. It's that good, and I mean what I'm saying. So a couple of months ago, I was invited for this workshop to meet with Calgary Police Service Commission recruiters. There is like a group, the convener just sent out the inviters that this is like a great opportunity for you. You might want to start your career from there, you having a background in law. Like, so I was really excited. You need to see me that day. I was like, I dressed so good. I was like, okay. In my mind, I was thinking, oh, they're just going to like give us jobs. They're just going to like, okay, they're just going to tell us all about the job and just say, okay, apply. If you being in this workshop means you get the job automatically. Like, my brain was already going into different places. Of course, I was highly disappointed, and it was no fault of anyone. Anyway, I got there and I realized that the job is like you being a police officer itself, like the sworn officer, not the civilian part. So basically in Calgary, I'm still going to go to why I said newcomers in Canada, because I know that someone is wondering, Busola, if you know this is just for Calgary residents, why do you have to say in Canada? I'm coming there, just chill. So so basically for Police Service Commission, Calgary Police Service Commission, there are two parts, which is the civilian aspect, which I was thinking of getting because that was my plan, and the sworn officers, like the police, the ones that are on duty. So the recruiters that we met are just for the sworn officers, and it's City of Calgary that handles, according to the recruiter, it's the City of Calgary that handles civilian parts, and it's not connected at all. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, maybe even if I don't get a civilian job, I can be a police officer pending the time I get qualified. And they told me it's going to shock you, because you being a police officer does not give you any edge. It doesn't give you any preference above other candidates when you see any application that is like you want to, when you see any job opportunity that you want to apply in the civilian part. So I was like, oh, okay, this is not for me. But anyway, I saw that it was a good opportunity to share, because they actually told us that please share this, even if you're not going to put in your application, share this to people so that they can know that this thing exists. Because prior to this year, it was, the requirements were stricter and not so accommodating to newcomers. But currently, there's been new laws and all of that, and I'm going to talk about it. So why I said newcomers in Canada is because you can be anywhere in Canada, provided that you're a permanent resident. So newcomers that are permanent residents, and if you're watching this, if you're like a student, you're still trying to maybe get your residency, like the permanent resident, I'm so sorry, this is not an opportunity right now, but you can continue to watch. You can share to people that you think they are going to benefit from this video. So this is for permanent residents in Canada, and you can be anywhere in Canada at least to put in your first application. Of course, you cannot be a remote police officer. It's not done that way. But if you have the willingness to relocate, you can put in your first application, because there are different stages, which I will be showing you in the course of this video. Like I was saying about the initial requirements that made it like a little bit difficult for newcomers. Before now, if you're not a resident for at least 3 years in Calgary, you cannot apply for this job, because they expect that you must have lived here for like 3 years. But that has been taken out now. And right now, even if you are one day in Canada as a permanent resident, anywhere in Canada, you can put in your first application, and you can also qualify to work as a police officer in Calgary.
Or have permanent residency. I put a big asterisk with that, because you do not need to have that to make your application. You absolutely have to have at least permanent residency.
And another good thing about this opportunity is that they recruit all year round. So it's not like they're going to put in application in May, June, July. Like once you go to the website, which I'll be sharing with you, and we're going to go through it together. Once you go through the website, you can put in your application once at any time. And according to the recruiters, they employ a minimum of 150 candidates every year. That's a lot, because you're going to go through a lot of stages. And I know why I say that a lot, because there are a lot of stages. It's like physical training, and from what we're told, like this physical training is what normally take out a lot of candidates. But at the same time, there are platforms available that they've even made available for someone who is actually willing to pass through the ordeal. Like there is run with recruiter, there is workshop, like you can practice before the real test. But I'll go to that part when I start sharing the website. So now let's go to the benefit part. The benefit is good. It's about 70K basically, with other benefits. And the good part is that in 5 years, you can start earning in 6 figures. It's a lot. And I'm putting out this video because being an immigrant myself, I understand how challenging, I don't want to say hard, how challenging it is for you to look for a job, get a good job, you know, and a lot of, we need Canadian experience. They might not say it, but you will just notice that, oh, you don't get called. Do you understand? And then the pressure of you trying to say, maybe I need to get more qualified in this environment, maybe I need to get this certificate, that certificate. So when a job is putting it out there, they don't even need you to have any experience. They don't even need you to have even experience back home. They don't even need it. So it's quite good. That's for my own stake, it's actually good. It's not easy. Some people are here that maybe did some kind of jobs that are not really profitable here, and they are worried. Some people don't want to even do anything. I know that there are a lot of videos out there. Oh, you can do Scrum, you can do business analyst, you can be a project. Some people do not want to study. Like, it's a lot, especially when you're old already. Ask me, because currently I'm writing a couple of exams, and I know how it's difficult to sit down, study, in between being a wife, being a mother. It's a lot. So let's go to some other information, like the risk aspect. I know that when you hear police, it's like you're hearing danger. And because of course they try to enforce laws, keep peace and order in the society, and some people who do not want to comply can see it as a threat. So according to the recruiters, again, I'm so sorry you'll be hearing according to the recruiters, because this is not what I formed in my head. This is what I heard in the last. I'm going to talk about data, and I understand that we cannot generally use data to determine whether this kind of job is high risk or not. I understand that. But another thing is that we cannot take out the part, we cannot outrightly take out the part of data. So for someone that is interested and you understand that of course there is risk in this kind of job, looking at data can also help you to make like an informed decision. So that's why I'm talking about the data. So in the last 5 years, according to the recruiters, there has been only one person. I'm so sorry, I know that only sounds like it's nothing, but I do understand the value of life, and I understand, and one person is a lot. But like there has been one person that has died in the line of duty in the last 5 years. So looking at the risk, we can also consider all of these things. And I also did my own personal research, and I saw that in the line, like in the history of Calgary police, there has been 12 people that have died in the line of duty. So, and personally, I believe that all jobs have their own kind of risks. The website join.calgarypolice.ca, and I'm gonna click on this. So we have requirements, benefits, the process, applicant resources, event, experience officers. So let's start with requirements. And requirements of a CPC, Calgary Police Service Officer. We expect a great deal from people we select to serve the citizens of Calgary as police officers. Okay, so these are the core values which I want. If you are interested in this job, you should take notes. So it says respect, honesty, compassion, courage, fairness, accountability, integrity. So you must respect this, their core value, right? So we go back to benefits. And the benefits of a policing career, and this is the benefit. You can see our officers are well compensated with starting salary of 67,885, rising to 104 after 5 years service. All officers receive a 25-year pension plan. Wow. Extensive health services, including access to fitness training and a health spending account. That's good. Okay, I'm not going to go into this. We're just gonna go back. Okay, no, we'll go back like this. Then the process. The application process is a detailed and extremely time-consuming process. Like I told you, that there are a lot of stages. So the first thing is to apply online, and the next stage will be application review. And according to the recruiters, basically, if you meet up with the minimum, I'm not assuring anybody here, but like there is no how do I say it? So there is no preference to any candidate so long as you meet up with the minimum requirement. We're going to check the minimum requirement for the application itself first. So the next stage is application review, written testing. I know that there are free testing before taking this test, like online. You can see like this test online to practice, you know, just like IELTS, you know. I'm not saying the test is like IELTS, but I'm saying that you can see free tests online before your test, basically. Then physical training, this is what I was telling you about. But there are also platforms to help with this. And then the next thing is disclosure interview. Like, can you see that the informations are written? So you can go back to just read in detail. Panel interview, psychological training, and polygraph. Yes. So like I said, you know, we went there earlier, and it says one of the core values is honesty. So if you're putting an application, please do not lie at any point. Do not lie. So you all understand the meaning of polygraph, right? So background investigation, pre-selection, selection, and conditional offer of employment, final step to employment, and then you start training. Of course, they will still train, but training, once they start training, they start paying as well. So it's not like you'll be trained and you will not earn. Let's go back. Applicant resources. So this is what I was saying. Applicant resources. You can see AppCat workshop. So this AppCat workshop, I think, is that test provides you with, can you see, with tips, tricks, and examples to better help you in writing the AppCat. So that test that you will write, once like you can attend the workshop. The AppCat consists of 120 multiple choice questions, and applicants must achieve a score of 70% to pass. So let's see the next date. We kindly ask for a minimum of 48 notice if you cannot attend the session. So to cancel, please email. Upcoming, we offer 2 options. Both options cover the same. Blah blah blah. Although I can't see, maybe because I'm using my phone, I can't see any link to the workshop here. But like I said, they also have like programs just available to help. So let's see, information sessions. Okay. Chat with one of our CPC recruiting officers to see how you can join us and help serve our city. So like you can even chat with them. So this is like the program. So today, which is Sunday, basically, there's a workshop for potential applicants, and I think this one is once you already passed the initial stage. So for potential is a fully, let's open. Okay, I think I read something about this, but I can't remember now. But anyway, this one is a full day program facilitated by members of our recruiting and fitness. I think this is when they will even like give you an idea of the training, so the physical training, then run with a recruiter. You can run, say, September 5:30 to 7:30. So like just for you to know what to expect. And according to the recruiters, again, like the physical what should I say? So like an average person can pass through the physical training, so you don't have to like, oh, maybe I'm not fit enough, and all. If you can try to practice before then it's something that is achievable. See, run with a recruiter. See a lot of programs. Next event, I'm not going to click this, but I'm just showing you that they are also there to assist. Okay, so that's its event. Experienced officer. What's experienced officers? Are you a full-time? Okay, so this one is for other police officers that are trying to move to Calgary. So I believe this one is not for the purpose of this video. Then there is something I'm trying to look for. Yes, minimum requirements. So minimum requirement. No, I'm looking for the checklist. There's something I saw. Checklist. Where are you? Okay, so while I'm trying to find this checklist, there's something I want to discuss. So even though, like I said, you don't need any work experience, right? But there was something one of the recruiters, or both of the recruiters, I don't know, I can't remember now, said. So it is expected that at least you have volunteering experience. That's because the nature of the job, like to show that you have interest in doing things without expecting reward, you understand, like, you know, that act of service. So what's that word? So, and it doesn't have to be like a structured one. Okay, this is the checklist I'm looking for. So it doesn't have to be like a structured one. Basic things like, oh, you helping out in church without getting paid, doing things like, and like I said, they recruit all year round. So even if you don't have now, it's something that you can consider building before putting in your application. But like I said, do not lie. Honesty, they're big on honesty, which is expected, right? Let's check the checklist, and we're going to leave this website. So application checklist. Before submitting your application, review the website and meet the minimum requirements. And you must be 3 years clear of all criminal activities. That means that if you have probably, what's that word? And you must be 3 years clear of all criminal activities. You have reviewed the medical self-assessment guidelines. Once you begin your online application, you'll be required to submit the following: employment and education history, complete in full. Like I said, even if you don't have like work experience, it's not like stated that you must in the minimum requirements. So put in whatever you have. The education says diploma. So personal reference, 5 adult, blah blah blah. credit history, authorization for release of information, personal disclosure form, declaration, security clearance, supporting documents. So this is very important. So you have to have a driver's license, like the non is it graduated something like, not the learner for the learner, like you have non-GDL, then proof of social insurance number, then birth certificate and or Canadian citizenship or legal permanent resident. I already mentioned that you have to be at least a permanent resident. Then documentation, high school diploma, can you see, or equivalent. So if you have like your secondary school certificate, it's expected that you have assessed this, like maybe with WES, ICAS, whichever evaluation body that you want to get is evaluated with. Then certificate of education assessment, if education was, see, just what I was saying. Driving record abstract must cover last 3 years. So I believe if you're not even in Canada, like you can get travel records from whichever country that you're coming from, right? Because of course you must have been driving to even get the GDL. If you are new, I'm sure that you must have been driving from your home country. Then vision report, I wanted to also note this is actually very important. It must meet standard. So like what the recruiter said, that you can't use glasses. So if you're using glasses, you can also note that once you get the job, like you're ready to do the correcting surgery. See, supplementary vision report form only required if you've had corrective surgery. So, but according to them, like you can just note it that you're ready to do corrective surgery if you get the job, because you cannot use glasses, which obviously is expected. So people like us now. Anyway, moving on. Then hearing report must meet standard. You can check, you can click and apply online and fill in everything, and you'll be able to see more information on this. But this is like the checklist that will guide you before you put in your application. What else? So that's all. You can still check and see. Let's see, frequently asked questions. Let's see. Due to COVID, I have been unable to volunteer. Will this affect my application? Can you see what I said about volunteering? The Calgary Police Services recognize that due to the COVID-19 pandemic, there has been a lack of volunteer opportunities, and this will be taken into consideration when you apply. Excuse me. When volunteering is once again permitted, you are encouraged to seek opportunity to do so. Can you see? So it's very important. Can I transfer my military? This is not our business. Can I? Does having tattoos Does having tattoos negatively impact me as the candidate for the role of a police officer? In short, no. Tattoos are accepted at the service. However, members are expected to project a professional and unbiased image at all times when representing CPS. Members are encouraged to limit the placement of tattoos to areas that can easily be covered with the approved CPS uniform. Any tattoos deemed to be offensive present an unprofessional appearance. So basically, you should at least hide it, just so that's like any other, like you don't make anyone feel like, oh, just to avoid bias and all of that, or an appearance of bias already, So that's all that I'm willing to share. I'm joking, but like you can always go to this website, join.calgarypolice.ca, and once you want to apply, let's see, apply online. You can download the checklist, just something that, let's see if we can apply. Wait. Can you see? So you can even pick Edmonton, but we're talking about Calgary. You see, so it doesn't say that, oh, we're so sorry, it's not available. It's always available, always. That's okay. So that's all. At your spare time, you can also go through the website, like, because I know we did not touch like everything. Before I end this video, I just remember this. So actually, if you don't know, if you work as a cargo police officer, I don't know about other cities, you work 4 days and you get 3 days off. 4 days is intense one, like maybe 10 hours, 12 hours a day. So it's very intense. Or you work 4 days and you get 3 days off. And you know, Nigerians, we are very hardworking. This thing is funny. And someone had to ask that, please, so for these 3 days, can I decide to do other jobs? Like, can I decide to take other jobs? Hope there will not be issue of conflict, and is it permitted? And that's one thing that differentiates us. When you see a Nigeria, you see, and when this guy said this, I was just laughing, because you know, Nigerians are so hardworking. Like, I'm sure that the person's brain was triggered, like, 3 days off, what will I be doing? Find a job, add more money. We like to make money, I understand that. But the response that this one of the recruiters said, and I also really like what the recruiter said. It was like, do you know what it is not to have stayed with your family for 4 days? That kind of job, it can be draining, especially your mental health. Very, very important. You know, seeing a lot of things, you know, hearing a lot of things, seeing a lot of things, trying to put things in order, you know, chasing after offenders, all of those things can, you know, all of those things, you know, the nature of the job generally can mentally drain you, you know. So it's very important that, so the guy was saying that you can do some jobs. Of course, you may have to ask, like, once you get the job, once you get qualified, you may have to ask maybe like the HR that you can of course do some things. But generally, most people would prefer to stay with their family, like, you understand. I was just laughing, like, my guy was already thinking, I'm gonna go and take this, maybe this part-time project management. And I'm sorry, I'm not attacking project managers or data analysts here, because I know I mentioned something about that before. Anyway, we've come to the end of this video, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comments, but I totally recommend that you read the website, because like the website alone, you know how to go ahead already. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching, and I want to urge you, I want to beg you, please subscribe to this channel, and please like the video. That is so important as well. Thank you for watching. See you guys another day, another time.